guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to attempt to follow a Bob Ross tutorial. But here's the twist. Instead of using those beautiful oil paints that he used, I'm gonna be using buttercream icing. If you're new here, you may be like, does that even work? And the answer, surprisingly, is yes. I have done 2 paintings of his using buttercream icing. Let me show you. These are so cute. Here is the first painting that I did a couple years ago, and I was shocked. I did not know if painting with buttercream icing would actually work. And here's the second painting that I did. I did a wintertime painting. So now I've painted 2 different seasons. We have a summer painting and a winter painting. And I thought, why not complete the seasons? Spring is not only right around the corner, it's literally tomorrow. The first day of spring is the 20th. And I thought, to celebrate, let's try a spring themed Bob Ross painting. The tutorial that I'm gonna follow today, his painting is called A Trace of Spring. How perfect. It's got a big river. It looks so beautiful. This is from season 26, episode 5. If any of you are not familiar with Bob Ross, he is someone that I grew up watching. He had a show on PBS where he would paint beautiful nature landscapes. He was just such a positive person. He always made me feel better. Watching him brought me a ton of joy, and to this day, he still does. So this video is really an ode to Bob. I loved you when I was growing up, and I still love you today. And if you guys like watching these food meets art videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, it's free, and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. All right, now let's get started. Now, before you start painting, it's a good idea to get all of your icings, all your colors ready. Right here on this board on the right, these are all the paint colors that Bob uses in this video, and I really love his tutorials because he lists all the colors that he used, and he also lists all the brushes that he uses as well. So you'll know what tools to use, and you'll know what colors. Here's his beautiful oil colors, and then over here, these are little swatches of buttercream icing. Some of them are a little bit lighter and brighter, and that's because as I've been painting with buttercream icing, I've learned that some of the colors will get a little darker, some will dry a little lighter, so I tend to put a little bit more brightness in them. It will help compensate and read more true to Bob's colors. I've got my little artist palette over here with all the beautiful colors, and remember, these are not paint, these are buttercream icing, and just to prove it, let's just take a little. Ooh, icing started to set. Oh, just to prove it, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's a great recipe. No, get out of my white. Oh no, we're already mixing colors. It's got into my titanium white. Can I just say, edible art is like the best thing ever. I don't know why people didn't do this sooner. In this video, Bob said he covers the whole canvas with liquid white. To get a similar effect, we're gonna take some white buttercream icing mixed with water and cover the canvas. We're gonna use a really wide brush too. If your icing is ever too thick, just add more water. I got my little extra water bowl here. It helps big time. Sometimes I just get a little damp and go for it. Just like that. Okay, that's good enough. All right, Bob, the canvas is covered. Tell us what's next.
Let's start out with this little bitty 2-inch brush.
2-inch brush.
A little touch of the phthalo blue. And we just work all the way across the canvas.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
colors
Okay,
can
gonna take a little phthalo blue and make a pretty sky. Because this isn't an oil paint, you have to take the buttercream icing and mix with a little bit of water just to really thin it out. So let's do what Bob did. He did this all across the top. Okay, like this. Let's make a beautiful blue sky. All right, Bob, what else we got here? Okay, so like that.
Very open. Maybe I'll put a cloud there.
Yeah, maybe we'll put a little cloud in there. What the heck? I love how he talks to himself. Talk about some positive self-talk. One of my favorite things that Bob says is there's no mistakes, only happy accidents. And I love it because my grandma used to say with baking that that's all right, mistakes are delicious. Because even if I messed up my cupcake or cookies a little bit, they still taste good. Let's sky's looking pretty good. Now, time to make some happy clouds. Well, at least that's what Bob calls them.
Take old 2-inch brush and I'll go right into a little
Okay.
bit of the titanium white.
Titanium
Just
white?
load some into the bristles. Put the least little touch of pink into it, a little bit of bright red.
Okay, he's putting just a little bit of red, the teeny bit into that white. Oh, and mine's made pink, so I gotta add a lot more white now. Oopsies. This is a beautiful pink sunset, but it's not what Bob was going for. So again, when you're using icing and not an oil paint, I gotta go even less red than you'd think. So I'm gonna scoop this over here, get some more white. Okay, let's see what you got, Bob. What do we
Make a
do?
little floater cloud today.
A floater cloud?
Just by tapping like so. Just a little floater.
Little floater. Now we're on to making some happy little trees. I love doing this. We're gonna make spring trees. Bob, what colors are we using?
Today, take a little bit of the alizarin crimson. We'll just mix these on the brush.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
A little bit.
A little blue. I'm looking for
Crimson.
maybe a little lavender color.
Lavender. We got a little purple over here, and we're gonna make some trees.
Using the top corner of the brush.
Top corner of the brush,
Just
right
imitation
underneath the
of
cloud.
Little distant trees that live back here and have a good time.
Distant trees. I'm gonna use a little bit of a smaller brush. Gotta get this to blend a little bit. We want to create the shadows here. So instead of dragging like the beautiful oil paints he's using, we're just going to take a little bit of the icing and then paint and make it look like it's been dragged down. I'm gonna make it even softer.
I'm gonna take a little sap green,
A little green.
cadmium yellow, little yellow. Or just a
Okay.
nice green there. Just indications of other little bushes that live in here. Create that illusion of mist.
Okay, I'll make some mist again. Thin it out. Okay, what's next, Bob?
Go right into the dark sienna.
Okay.
Van Dyke brown, but mostly dark sienna.
Mostly.
Tap it again. Just tap. I'm creating different planes in the painting, different layers.
Okay,
Just want to create a lot of depth in the background.
back to the big brush. Just tap, 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 tap. We're gonna make the depth.
There we go.
Okay, he starts
So
up
already
here,
we have
and
three
then
different layers of
he
them.
comes down like that. Pop, pop. Okay,
A liner brush, a little bit of paint thinner. Don't want a lot, it's too far away.
I'm just gonna do this teeny little baby brush. Then we're gonna add some little details. He said not too much, just a little bit. I would definitely say I'm out of my depth with this one. This is not the same as paint. Bob was using the absence of paint by dipping his brush into paint thinner and then taking away, but with icing, you don't wanna do that. It's gonna scrape off the whole board. All right, our cute little bushes are done. Now we're going in for some
As
water.
dark as I can get it.
Dark water, real dark, okay.
And just
Whoa.
dark water. Prussian blue, midnight black.
Okay, we're using the blue and the black, combining them, and then we're gonna be at the bottom. Whoa, he's going for it.
Because anything we don't like, we just cover it and paint over it. No big deal.
Oh, the philosophy's just coming at you. Anything you don't like, just cover it. No big deal. Okay, I've got my blue mixed up here. Just a touch of the black. Here we go. He's just painting the whole bottom of this board. He said, be brave, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. Just not think about it. Make myself a little water. Yes, we did it. Okay, here we go, Bob. Let's make a bank.
Mostly Van Dyke in this case.
Mostly Van
A
Dyke.
roll of paint. Go right up in here.
Get a little roll of paint. So this is how he does it. I take the little paint like this, and I take the whole thing, and I go, ooh, and there's the little roll of paint. Okay, then he drags it down.
Maybe there's a little bank that lives right here.
Now this technique is really similar to in the other paintings when we made mountains. The icing doesn't quite spread, even with this tool, like the oil paint. So I gotta do it in little parts, but we'll get there. Oh my gosh, you guys, quick break. My friend JP dropped this gift off. He heard that I was attempting to paint another Bob Ross painting, so he brought this over as a gift. It's a little Bob, my own little Bob. So I'm gonna open this up, and he brought over this cute little card. I love this. Okay, it says happy decorating. Oh, Thank you, JP. This is so sweet. You guys are the best. Okay, I'm gonna open this up and have Bob hang out with us while we attempt to finish his spring painting. They are Bob's painting as stickers. Oh my gosh! Look at his little easel. Oh, this is so cute. It can hang out by mine. Okay, so on the easel, you can pick any of these stickers and put them on there. I'm going to put this over here because that's a little safer. I'm even more dedicated to making this painting a success today because now Bob's actually watching me. Anywho, back to painting.
Little touch of cad yellow.
Okay, a little bit of
Get more
yellow
of that sap green.
and green.
Up here we'll put just the indication of some little things that are growing. Right up in here, little grassy areas.
All right, we're gonna take this brush and make some little tiny grassy areas. I like to spread it pretty thin right here, and then tap, 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 and then just tap it right on the board, right on the top, that bank we just made.
I'm gonna add a little bit of paint thinner. Now that I want to make this look like little banks that are hanging over, sort of bring that around.
And again, instead of using paint thinner, I just add a little bit of water. Gets our icing a little thinner. Moves just a little bit different. And it looks like he brings it down like that. Thicker icing at the top, and then add a little water to the icing underneath. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more light green right at the top. So I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow just to this green because I like how it looks a little brighter right at the top. We've got a grassy bank, and now we're gonna add some details. So he's got this little knife, he calls it a palette knife. We're gonna take a little bit of the brown and the white and mix them together, but not fully, so they look a little marbled.
There, we'll mix it up so it's sort of marbly. And here and there we can put the indication of a little stone or whatever lives back in here.
It's so fast, but I wanna get crazy. I can't wait. I gotta catch up. Here we go. This is so cool because I really didn't like this end right here. I was gonna like touch it up, but we're gonna be covering it with this new piece.
Take a look.
Right here,
Take
kind
a
of here.
deep breath and jump in there. Don't be afraid of it.
Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna follow his advice right now. Take a deep breath. And jump in there. Oh, that didn't work. I would be his problem student. He would tell me I've failed the assignment, and I'd be like, look, Bob, I'll do extra credit. Let's really get crazy. Okay, we're gonna add some details again.
How you want this embankment here to go, though?
Okay, he's doing this. This is looking really nice. Now we're gonna make some more trees.
Just pulls it down and sharpen it.
Okay, sharpen the brush, pull it down,
Right
sharpen
there.
the bristles.
Let me load the...
Do this, you want it really, yeah. We're gonna start a little tree all the way up here in the clouds. Make a thin little line. A little hard with icing, so I might get a really teeny brush just for that tippy top. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of texture. I'm gonna help myself just a little bit. And then I'll go back to the other brush.
Just take and give it a little upward push.
Upward push. He pushes in, but I've got to paint on top. So I'll just liquefy this a little bit more and we're gonna get in there. I think I got it.
I'm only worried about the top at that. We're gonna come back.
All right, next tree.
Find out where it goes, but we'd have to nail another canvas on top of this one.
Okay, here's the big tree right here. We've got all the trees, they're looking good, and now we're gonna highlight them. So you wanna get this green color right here, and to get that I mixed a little bit of yellow, a little bit of the brown, come together. I like to do a thin layer like this. Pap, 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 perfect. And then we're just gonna highlight. He's gonna show
A
us.
few highlights here and there.
Yeah, a little here and there. Well,
Just a few highlights.
just a few.
I'm gonna add a little paint thinner.
He says use paint thinner, but when you're using icing, you have to use water. Add it to the icing, and it's gonna make it a lot more thin.
Leave some of these dark areas. Don't kill them all.
Okay, leave some dark areas. Now I'm just gonna keep highlighting all of the trees that we made. Brighter towards the top and darker towards the bottom. Trees are highlighted. Now we're gonna make some bushes with the same kind of purple that we made these trees with. So Bob is over here. He's telling us how he makes that purple.
Because you know our rule, a thin paint
Yep.
will stick to a thick paint. The liquid white is there only to thin it. Pull the
Yep.
brush in one direction, load it full. Let's go up in here.
Load it up.
Maybe back in here we have some gorgeous little lavender bushes.
Okay.
There it is. Look at that though.
Woo! First bush down. All right, what's next?
Let's have another one right over in here.
Yeah, we're gonna have
You
another
just put
one
them
live
wherever you
here.
think they should be. It's up to you.
Oh my gosh, it looks so cool with a little bit of white. Got the purple bushes, and now we're gonna make some smaller bushes right at the bottom. Bob's using a 1-inch brush, but I might use this little guy because it might be a little easier for me.
Got a little bush right here that's got a little blue in it. Just something to break up the flavor.
Okay. He's mixing the yellows, the greens to kind of get this lighter color.
Let's have a little green on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be using a 1-inch brush and then a 2-inch brush. We've got our cool like purple bright colored bushes over here. It's beautiful spring, we have all these beautiful colors, and now we're gonna do kind of this lighter yellow green bush and then paint some grass like texture on top of this bank.
Let some of these things just hang over the side.
Oh, give it a slope.
Get a little bit more of that sap green on there.
We got our grassy hill, and now we're gonna make some water. Little ripples in the water, little accents. All right, Bob, take it away. Show us how it's done.
And we'll put some phthalo blue in it.
Yeah,
Just to
white
make a nice,
phthalo
gorgeous
blue.
Phthalo
Get a
blue
white
is such
blue.
a beautiful color.
Yeah. We've got the light blue, little white. He's just gonna get a little bit like that. He just scrapes it all against this.
And maybe we got some little things that are happening right along in here. Barely touching. I want that paint just to pull off the knife.
The water is looking good. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Look at that, looks like waves coming off. This is so neat, I'm so excited. This is actually coming together. It's starting to look like his painting. What are we
Get
doing
some
here?
brown.
Get some brown?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe there's a peninsula or a little point of land that comes right out.
Wow, okay, so right over here, we're making a peninsula, apparently, a little piece of land. So we're gonna take that brown again. This is the same brown that I used over here. We're just going to attempt to do what Bob does. I outlined this shape a little bit because Bob painted it so fast.
Travel right down.
Oh my goodness, Bob.
There's a little bright red in there too.
Okay, we've got a little white, a little brown, a little red.
Rocks, stones, whatever's out here. We don't
Okay,
care.
just travel it down. Our island's got a little dimension, and if I knew how to paint a palm tree, I would do it right now. I'd make this a tropical island, but this is a spring painting. We're painting spring, so now Bob is gonna put some grass on the island down here and some bushes. I'm gonna use a 2-inch and a 1-inch brush, and I'm just gonna try to keep up with them. All right, let's make some bushes. Gotta mix with this little guy. I have a little bit more water underneath our little island here, and now I'm gonna make a bunch of bushes, just a lot of greenery all throughout here, and I'm gonna let Bob take it away.
Choose some green, some brown.
Okay, green, brown, put her
I have a
together.
bush right here. To do that, I need to put some dark color in.
Okay, tap, 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 to tap, tap, to tap, tap. Just gonna make a bunch. Look at this painting. We are so close to being done. Now we're just gonna highlight a bunch of bushes that we made here, just like we did the trees, mixing the green and the yellow. All right, take it away, Bob.
Sap green,
Yeah.
yellow. Put some highlights on this little rascal.
Yeah, let's put some highlights on this little rascal. I just love it. You know what? I want a bigger brush. I want to get crazy with it. Okay, I'm gonna go big. Feeling like Bob's with me in spirit, so I'm just gonna go for it. Gonna highlight in here. It's looking good. And the next. I'm just gonna put some texture in here and then I'll hit it with the yellow. Give it some more highlight. Okay, moving on.
We'll put the indication of just all kinds of little stones and rocks. Maybe some live out here in the water.
Yeah, they live out here in the water. Okay, his are a little darker than mine, so I'm gonna get a little bit darker color here. Okay, let's put some little rocks and stuff. Oh my gosh, the sun has set. We have painted all day. It is completely dark outside and we are on basically the final step. Now we're gonna paint a little tree. Bob paints it right here and I'm just hoping that I can do that. We got some dark brown right here and I'm gonna be using a really small brush to do this. And it might take just a little bit of time because this icing is thick. All right, here we go.
We'll put a nice little tree.
Whoa, just one stroke. All right, we got our little crooked tree. Now we're gonna do some branches. Ta-da! There you have it, my third ever Bob Ross painting, but not just any painting, a painting done with buttercream icing. You could lick it if you wanted to. This was so much fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, it's free, and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video, because now we have painted one for summer, winter, spring. The next will be fall. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a favorite Bob Ross fall painting, because I'm gonna be watching a ton of his videos and trying to pick my favorite one for fall. This one is to celebrate spring, so happy spring everyone. Tomorrow is the first official day of spring. I hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful season. Flowers are blossoming. Again, thanks for watching, you guys, and if you'd like to watch any other videos, you can click up here or up here. High five, Bob. Yeah.